Welcome, friend. Welcome to Morrowind.
Welcome back to Vardenfell. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that we are not, in fact, safe and warm in the Mages Guild, but are, in fact, still on the battlements of the Dunmer Fortress, with a very confused Cliffstrider in the background, trying to work out how to get at us through what is presumably some sort of invisible box that won't let it past. Hence the dramatic combat music. I just figured that the last thing any of us really needs is to watch me schlepping back out along this path into the wilderness again. So, since Ranis reminded us that we also had to go to Sulipund while we were out here, that's what we're going to do. Rather than go back from Balmora, we're just going to take advantage of our awesome power of dragon breaks and move back in time instead. Very convenient. It's nice being the chosen one sometimes. So, I remember we were supposed to head north from this place. So, let's do that. And Manwe was in Punabi. Sorry, doggo. I mean, Plague Wolf isn't a great name for something that you're trying to be friendly with, but, you know, Morrowind is a tough land full of all sorts of monstrosities and shark beetles and stuff, and sometimes you have to kill stuff, even if it's fluffy. And even if it's a Cliffstrider. Right, there's a lot of you out this morning, aren't there? Yes, arg. Did I say Cliffstrider? I meant Cliff Racer if I did say Cliffstrider. And if I didn't say Cliffstrider, then my memory is worse in the short term and better than the long term, and I guess vice versa. I haven't been sleeping very well this week. Or indeed last week, much for that matter, but particularly this week. So I may be... This is Navi. I may be a little more vague and hopeless than usual, even. Ooh, Atronach. Ooh, Sulipund. You can piss off, Cliff Racer. You ain't my daddy. No idea what I meant by that. Maybe we should just pretend I didn't say that to the monster. Okay. My route is fairly useful. This is Sulipund. It's one of a number of structures that look like this. They all have broadly the same layout in the same way that all of the forts, the one we're just in, have broadly the same. Oh, it's not locked, it's trapped. Have broadly the same layout. But they're rarely identical. And some of them have, several more stories than others, and so on.
Isn't there someone else you can talk to?
Yes, Brithroth. Or just Broth, for short. There are many other people I could bother, but I'm going to bother you. Excuse me, I don't talk with people I don't like. Well, okay, fair enough. You do live in the middle of nowhere. And if it's any consolation, I don't like you either. So there. Nah. But do you dislike me too? Kunal?
I really don't want you around here.
Apparently, yes. To Bosma. Interesting.
Isn't there someone else you can talk to?
No, I don't have time for you.
Isn't there someone else you can talk to?
Are you the one I'm supposed to talk to? No. Everyone just randomly dislikes me for no good reason. Well, not for no good reason, I suppose. Said. They are going out of their way to live in the middle of nowhere. I'm checking the books primarily because usually skill books are more expensive, so it's worth having a quick look.
I don't like you much, stranger.
Was thinking
Well, let me out of the way
I
then.
don't like you much, stranger.
So you say it.
No, I don't have time for you.
You're alone. Well, you should talk to me. Let's try persuading you a bit. And maybe a little bit more? Okay. Fine. What do you have to say about the Mages Guild, Marielle? Nothing much. Training, goods and services are cheaper for Mages Guild members, and the Guild stewards know where to find work. Okay. I assume you're some kind of mage. You're a spell sword. I make war with spell and sword, combining the arts of the College of Restoration, the College of Alteration, and the College of Destruction, with training in medium armor style, in block defense, and the offensive disciplines of axes, blunt weapons, and long blades. I rely on enchanted weapons and enchanted armors to further augment my offensive and defensive abilities. The balance of steel and spell, offense and defense, mobility and protection is the signature of the spell sword. Not a million miles away from my build. Well, I'm not sure what the alchemy would make me. Are you the same Egypt?
I don't like
Yeah,
you much.
shut up, Brithroth. We're looking for another way up, are we? Or is there another way past the front door that... No, there's no other way past the front door, because that's front door. Let's see if I can work out at least who we're supposed to find here. Uranus isn't linkable. Okay. Yes, that's both the same way up. You're the one I just talked to. Ooh, that's tuneless. Congratulations. Oh no, you're not the one I just talked to.
I don't like you much, stranger.
Find someone else to bother.
Major guild shit, I suppose. I really want.
Keep moving, son.
Can't you find someone else to
Now
bother?
that was just rude. I don't see you wearing any alternator outfit. You don't get to call me scum. Pretty boy. Take my advice, Outlander. You're a foreigner, and foreigners are not very popular in Morrowind. Make yourself more agreeable, or no one will talk to you. Well, I'm working on it. Okay. Well, I guess you're the one. I can't double check because I can't remember where the actual journal entry is. So, Rannis Athris of the Mages Guild has an offer that she thinks you can't refuse. If I agree to join, you will leave me to my research? Fine then, I will join the Mages Guild next time I'm in Balmora. Excellent. I apologize for Rannis. She's motivated or some shit. You tell me anything about vampires? Since apparently you can at least mention them. Imperial culture regards blood vampires as destructive monsters to be hunted and destroyed. However, romantic notions of noble, virtuous vampires persist in Imperial traditions, and vampires are thought to pass unrecognized in the Mages Guild and the Imperial aristocracy. Funny you should say that. You have an interesting secret? Archmagister Gothran doesn't live in Sadrith Mora. That might seem unusual for the head of the house, but when you think of all the scheming wizards and assassins for hire in the city, you see its precaution. A more isolated tower is a more secure tower, and far easier to defend. Right. So you're a Telvanni. My minions rise from their graves to bend the knee. Dunmer superstition calls this necromancy. Necromancy. I have no love for the imperial yoke, but did you know in their homeland you may legally purchase bodies and souls for private experimentation? It is most intriguing. You'd like Skingrad? The rest of you still hate me? Yes, but not so much that you won't talk to me. Well, it's fine. I don't really care what any of you have to say, though.
Fairly, friend.
Oh, it's you're the one I bribed. Yeah, thanks. How about a little secret if you have one? It is safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Where charm or bribery fails, you can always intimidate your target into submission. They'll remember the slight should you ever need to call upon them again, however. Yeah, not really my style, but I'll bear it in mind. Good tip. I wonder if it's easier to taunt people into attacking you if you had your sword drawn. Might have to perform some experiments there. I'm not actually planning to run back anywhere, so why am I doing this? Don't know. Good question. So, last time I faffed around a bit because I forgot you couldn't actually properly get out of the thingamy. the underwater cave. But this time I do remember. And where are we here? Blah, 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 blah. Bells, no. Rolls. Divine.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Not so short that you can't just stand around talking to thin air as I turn my back on you and sprint off, I notice. I think maybe you overestimate exactly how busy you are. It's a thing that happens with wood elves, I've noticed. Very blustery. So the road back to Sedanin is looking pretty today. I mean, it always looks fairly pretty, but this light is especially nice for it. Hello, friend. Thank you for providing healing milk for the masses, friend Guaz. Very useful. I mean, I have ridiculous stacks of healing potions, and there always seem to be more of them around, and I really don't need to be parsimonious and take slow-acting guar milk just to spare an actual healing potion. But, on the other hand, it amuses me. And that's kind of 99% of why anything's happening at the moment.
We make a
in
special
terms
trip
of
just for you, same low price.
Morrowind. So what the hell? Yeah, sorry. Travel. Balmora.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
You know, I did actually have someone tell me that in the real world. There was a kind of tiki bus operator in Thailand who was just kind of driving past with no passengers, and I flagged him down, and he's like, yeah, we make same little trip for you.
Have you convinced Clara Bariloth to join us? And what of Manway's guild dues?
Yes and yes. Good work, Syra. Maybe he'll give us some info on the Telvanni. I suppose I should find something to give you for your efforts. Here, take these spare potions. And did you get Manway's guild dues? I did indeed. Yes, I have the 2,000. Good work, Syra. You are the first journeyman to get Manway to pay her dues. I knew I could rely on you. So I get 50% as a debt collector? That's wild. Am I ready to advance? Not quite. Do you have any more duties? An Argonian at the South Wall Corner Club is offering training and restoration without the sanction of the guild. I want someone to stop his unsanctioned training. Well, I'll try talking to him about it. The guild must sanction magical training for the safety of all citizens of the Empire, of course. Restoration in particular is a critical area due to its ties to healing, which naturally requires specialized training which the guild provides. Nah, you're full of it. I have word that an Argonian is offering training and restoration at the South Wall Corner Club. This Argonian, whoever he is, does not have the sanction of the Mages Guild. Convince him to stop offering unsanctioned training. Okay. What do you have to say about the guild dues thing? I'll let you know if anyone else hasn't paid their dues. Fine. The join us thing? You dealt with Lara Bereloth to my satisfaction, journeyman. Okay. So, Southwall Corner Club means the thieves. Means the thieves will be particularly delighted with us. Remind me which side of the thingamy is it on? Is it this side? That's the north wall. Bit of help. Other side then. At some point I'm going to have to see whether we've got the next quest for Caius. Don't actually recall.
No worries. I won't hurt you. Ask your question.
I don't think I have any questions, Dild. Oh, I do. The bad people. That's right, I need to track people down for our rather crazed I want a bloodbath chap. If the bad people you're looking for are Kimona Tong and they're in Balmora, you'll find them at the Council Club Corner Club. That's the local Kimona Tong hangout. The scout would be Vedusa Sathiron. Marasa Arin would be the pawnbroker. The thief would be Madral Thereth. Sovor Trandel is the savant. Thanalen Velas would be the smith. That's extremely helpful. Thank you very much. Do I really have to wade in and try to massacre the entire Kimona Tong club? Maybe I can taunt people. Let's say you, Arathor. You say the same thing, but Ackle is the owner of this place. Yeah, I don't have a price in my head.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
Hey, Abasi. Do you have any jobs? Come back when you are Black Cap. Am I ready for Black Cap? No, so I'm going to have to go to Aldrune probably and go and talk to the jeweler. Right, this is going to be an annoying conversation, I'm afraid. Only he stands there.
Approaches.
It does, but only in the sense that I'm getting closer to you. Good to see you again, Syra. Please, whenever you're in Balmora, feel free to stop by. Now, what can I do for you? Let me try buttering you up a bit. Oh, I've gone up a level. The Mages Guild is being a pain in the ass, I'm afraid. What if, hypothetically, you were to return to Rannis Atheris and tell her that I agreed to stop any unsanctioned training? And suppose that if you did that, I decided to offer training to my good friend Syra. That sounds damn fine to me, my friend. Very well, I will offer you training after you've reported back to Rannis Atheris. Excellent. I am glad we could work around the old witch quite so comfortably. You appear to have some interesting rumours. Sia has a little bit of a sweet tooth, if you know what I mean. I heard her connection hasn't arrived yet, though, and she's been acting a little bit jumpy. If I can find some moon sugar, I'll go and give it to her. And what about Caius? I don't know what your business with him is, but be careful. Caius Casades may appear to be a pathetic old man, but don't judge by appearances. Some people made that mistake a while ago, and now they're not with us anymore. Yeah, that's excellent advice. Your harp is displaced. Okay.
Do you want something from me?
Nope. Thanks for asking, though. Okay. That worked out alright. Let's chat to Caius while we're up here. We should also have a nap. I don't know if we can sleep in Caius's bed. Probably not, but we can certainly sleep in the Mage's Guild. Hey, Daddy. I'm home.
I've thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th House.
It'll be my pleasure. Are you here to discuss your orders, Syrah, or is there something else you want? What do you know of the Astrologians? They're a smaller guild of eager explorers searching for lost Dwemer knowledge. They have a camp towards the top of Argonian. Did they do? Yes. Do I have your orders at the moment? I've thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th House. First, I want you to speak with Adhiranir, a Khajiit Thieves Guild operative. Second, I want you to speak to Hulia, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. Finally, I want you to speak with Mera Merlo, a temple priestess. Here, I've written the details down so you won't forget. And here are 200 drakes, for bribes and other expenses. Tell me about Adhiranir. Adhiranir is a Khajiit and the Thieves Guild operative. You'll find her in St. Olm's Canton in Vivec. Be careful what you say and use common sense. People in the cantons are suspicious of outsiders. You may have to win or purchase their confidence. Who's Dur? Dower? Agent Dur Dower lives in Andothren, the main port of House Lal on the Inner Sea, southwest of Vivec. Our house is on the west side of town. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Alone is in Seydanin. Alone the Scout can usually be found at Ariel's trade house in Seydanin. You know where that is. You arrived in Seydanin by boat. Yes, I remember. Gildan. Nightblade Gildan lives in Alderun, the Redoran district seat north of here beyond Caldera. Gildan is in the southeast corner of town, in the house to the right of the steps up to the temple. Okay. Hulia? Hulia is an Argonian and a Morag Tong assassin. You'll find him in Vivec, at the Black Shalk Corner Club in the Lower Wasteworks, the foreign quarter. In addition to his other skills, Hulia is also known around Vivec City as a student of history and a lover of books and old things. Idra Uvalan. Scout Idra Uvalan lives in a house in Firewatch. That's across the Inner Sea to the northeast, near the tip of the Telvanni Peninsula. Our house is in Uriel's quarter in the south part of the city. Mera Milo? Mera Milo is a temple priestess who works in the libraries of the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. She's a friend, so be careful and don't get her in trouble. The temple is suspicious of Outlanders and wouldn't be happy to find Mera talking with you about religious matters. It would be easy to spot. Look for the priestess with the copper hair and copper eyes. Nine Toes is next door to you. Shovar Horsemouth. Shovar Horsemouth, Master at Arms, lives in a Guar herder's hut in the middle of nowhere, west of Caldera. I've only been there once and couldn't give you directions. Go look for him if you feel like a little hike. Saran Leoriani. Mage Saran Leoriani is in Caldera, the next town north. Our half-timber and stone house sits between the twin towers, the North Gate, and the Governor's Hall. Okay, I guess that's where all the various spies are. Thanks, Caius. Been a pleasure. As always. And now we can give Rannis the good news that our Argonian friend has pretended to stop training people in restoration. Have you put a stop to that unsanctioned training? Most certainly, Rannis. Have you taken care of that Argonian? I have taken excellent care of the Argonian. Good. We can't allow just anyone to offer training in magic. Advancement? No. Any more duties? The scholar Tamriel needs an escort to Pelagiad, but I want Tamriel's notes. Tamriel has just arrived in Balmora and doesn't know his way around. He wants to be escorted to the halfway tavern in Pelagiad. I don't care if he makes it or not, Syrah. I just want a copy of his notes. He should be waiting at the 8 plates. That seems rude.
Go find Tamriel and get his notes for me.
Probably. No, that's not the...
I see you. Hello.
There's the dorm. Oh, let's rest until morning. You have ascended to level 11. Working smarter, not harder, is something even a barbarian could benefit from. Endurance, personality, and luck. Endurance again, because hit points. Personality be okay at 50 for a bit. We should get willpower and intelligence up to 50 as well. So either of those would be fine. Duration. Duration would do. Or destruction. Or enchanting. And heavy armor. Or spear. Okay. So let's see what we can... You walk around too much.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
What, are you deaf? No interruptions, I can't think.
Oh, I've got skimmer on me, do I? Okay. Yeah, scoomy. Going to magic. Don't see any moon sugar. This is the wandering elf then.
Hello, Outlander. I hope you won't.
Unless you train something useful. Oh, excellent destruction.
Is there something I can do for you?
That was a misclick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. Right. Drugs. Thank you very much.
Are you deaf? No interruptions, I can't think.
Up next door, find some more armor training, I guess. Or was it spear was the other one?
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Heavy armor. Assume I'm okay for
got
money.
a few minutes if you need something.
1. $25K. Yeah, fine. 2. You don't seem to mind the fact that I'm carrying drugs around. Good man. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. We're all prepped. What did the astrologians want us to do? Nelongoth has asked me to travel to the other astrologians' guild hall in Galom Deus, which is within a separate dwelling. I am to report and do any small tasks by the Grand Astromancer there, Marcolius de Paladin. His dwelling is at Galom Deus, west and a bit south of Ovirith Grave, or far north and a bit east of Suran. Okay, quite far out then. Well, we'll get there. So, I guess first thing we do maybe is go and see if we can get anyone at the corner club to maybe aggro without causing huge problems. So it does, but anyone happens to have a scroll of frenzy, do they? Scroll of frenzy could work quite nicely. That revere. I don't want to buy any dated weapons. What do you have for scrolls? Civil Intervention, Frost Guard. That's just been to guess. Evasion, Healing, Alpha, Telekinesis, Skeletal Minion, Open, Recall. No.
Ravir buys magic weapons direct from the Telvanni.
Yes, thank you. Always useful, I'm sure. See if anyone here can either sell me a scroll or the spell. Will you train me yet? Nope.
Go find Itter Merrill and get his notes for me.
Yeah. In time. The old enchant stuff. Scrolls do you have? Civil Intervention. Celerity. Calm creature. Where there's calm, there's often a frenzy. Personality, health, contract, lock, train, minion, twilight, damage, healed, door, Optoad. How disappointing. Yeah.
Have you been helping Ajira with the bet? Go ahead.
Thank you.
I have many tricks of my own.
I'm sure you do.
Ajira together can't
One of them involved standing in that piece of hallway for about a month. Yes, fine. I forgot. Dump the skimmer again. This is why drugs aren't worth it. But I'm stubborn. Spells. Antidote. Common disease, spell absorption. Distances. No use. What about stuff? Nope. What spells do you have? Buoyancy. Charm. Weaknesses. Lightning shield. Second barrier. Bone walkers. Water breathing. Okay. Fine.
Is there something I can do for you?
What about you? Bound stuff. Burden. Really not very good with your spells, are you? Paralysis is nice, but you don't have any goods.
All right then, I'm listening. Var, var, var.
Go poet whim. Ultra.
Why walk when I can guide?
No. Okay, I mean I could do a tour of other mages guilds.
What, are you deaf? No interruptions, I can't think.
But let's just poke our head in and see how it goes. I'm guessing fairly badly, but you know, let's find out. On a club, isn't it? Out of club, rather. Yeah. Medusa Sathron, Marasa Aaron. Who is this person? I'm staring at. I've already forgotten their name. Anelin Velas. Anelin Velas would be the smith. Okay. That's your fight. Scum?
Try me, and you'll regret it.
So they tell me. Okay. Right. That took far longer than I really want to think about. But there we are.
You
You know it. Filthy and noir at that. I mean, your hammers are very heavy, and I'm almost completely laden down with stuff. So, let's use a hammer or two. You gotta pick a pocket or two. Ding, 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 la, 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 la. I'll cut this out as well. It's a bit cacophonous. Okay. How many hammers do I have left? 3, 4. Thank you for your repairs. $24, $450. Yeah. Alright. Take that partial hammer back too. Okay. Expensive. Common. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So, let's see if I get jumped when I go down here. No. Don't remember you, Tenson Herula. We just jot some notes of this. OpenMW. Done that. Verdusa Sathrion. This. Marasa Aaron. Metrel Thirith. Sovol Trandel. And we've got Thanolin. So. Okay. Tenson, you are not one of my victims. Yes, that's how I feel about you too, friend. You're not a victim. Sovol Trandel, you are. Medusa.
Big Mouth Varro over at Moonmoth Legion Fort says he's going to stop corruption.
Yeah,
he doesn't know what
shut
he's
up.
talking about.
Marasa
What he
Aaron.
calls corruption is just the routine greasing of the wheels of commerce.
Medusa Sathron. Trandel. Madrade Thirith is the remaining one. They downstairs? Yes. Let's just see if this is any easier with better personality. It's a waste, but I've got some bug musk somewhere. There. Give it a try, see what happens. Good. Okay. Again, that was significantly easier than actually getting it a fight in the first place. Apprentice probe, journeyman lockpick, journeyman probe, apprentice lockpick, journeyman probe. Random ordering. This stuff is just crap, I think. So down here, I might as well have a look, right? Probably need a decent lockpick for this. I'm not going to use the fork because I think that that the Masters one I've got left at the moment? No. One with the least on it. Good. Yeah, quite a lot of stuff. Anything worth taking? Always flog that. Rest of it, not really, not at the moment. Yeah, they won't be very happy with me, but it's a hard world. Okay, what with these sitting around repeatedly clicking the taunt button nonsense, I'm kind of out of time. So I guess I'm going to leave it here. Next time, I think I might go and try to find a frenzy spell and let that do the work of having to sit there going click, click, click at people. It might aggro the whole room against me, so it could be a failed strategy, but on the other hand, maybe it'll all be fine, who knows. Then other things that we have to do, we have to head to another Thieves Guild to get some more Thieves Guild jobs. Ranis had something for us. But, oh yeah, she wants us to escort that scholar. Yeah, maybe we'll do that first, that should be fairly easy. I'm pretty sure we don't have to murder him, despite what she implies. We're not going to go and continue with the astrologians for a bit because that place is fairly far out. So maybe we'll finish up the Mages Guild stuff and then maybe head to Eldrune and start doing stuff from there. And in the meantime, I'll try to work out where I can buy a frenzy spell that's not going to take hours of tedious on-screen hunting. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope I remembered to zip through all of the mindless clicking. And I hope you have a good week and the world is kind and generous to you and those you care about. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.